Alright guys, welcome back. So Carvana Stock. Looks like we have talked about this name a while ago. I'm looking at the channel and going through the publications about this name. Last time we talked about is March 9th. So every time I was talking about this 50, 70, 70, 100, 100 plus, bears in trouble. So it looks like I was, for the most part, 90% of the time bullish for this name. So what I'm watching from here for Carvana, it has been performing. So if you were watching in general overall market year-to-date gainers, this stock actually is one of the best performing stocks. If you compare it with the best name in S&P 500, which is Nvidia, which is up year-to-date 140%, while Carvana year-to-date is up 168%. So it is outperforming every single stock in S&P 500 or NASDAQ 100. We're not going to talk about Russell 2000 because there may be stocks that are outperforming Carvana too, but you get the point. So this is the best performing stock, and one thing I want to talk about this name is, well, a lot of times I have been following this name ever since I have been basically flipping my own cars every 5-6 months. I just buy a car, drive for a bit, sell it. I discovered about them in 2017, 2018, I believe, and I tried to sell a car to them as well. So ever since I was following this name, and then price action in this name. So of course it has crashed almost 90 something percent, 99%, maybe 98% from 2021 all the way to these lows of $3 in 2022, and then we are right back up at 140 from $3. So how far the stock can go from here? And a lot of people get twisted when it comes to trading these names, where they look at the fundamentals, they compare it with economical data, and they try to trade that versus the chart of the stock. Okay, so if you take a look at this chart right here, right now, this is weekly chart of Carvana I'm looking at. We have this channel, at least this year so far, we have this channel where we are in an uptrend. Yes, it has been going up, pulling back, decent, pulling back, chopping around, pulling back. But the theme is, the trend is very obvious. But for some reason, again, I try to, in and out during a day or two, I try to short these names too, but I don't like swing short a stock like this where price action very obvious. It is very exhausting. Like, it just squeezes, stalls out, chops for quite a bit, squeezes a little bit, chops, or it dumps like this, like very recent price action. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trading sessions. It was bearish. As soon as it slipped below 50-day moving average, I shorted it. I got out right here because I knew that this stock could flip at any moment. And that exact same day, it started melting up higher. Very difficult to trade. But one thing from here I'm watching for the stock is, no matter what they are going to be reporting this year, I know there's CEO who has bought like somewhere around here, $20, $15 he was buying. He was loading actually right here in 2022. And then now he started selling above $100 or so. He was selling every single day, like dumping crazy, which again, at the same time, does not mean, it's not an indicator ultra short term. Usually these sorts of names will waterfall just like they did in 2020, where again, I was trading this name as well back then when it flushed from its $112 all the way to $20 levels. Profited nicely with a debit spread, but you have to I mean, you have to be right with the timing. If you are short and you know that this stock doesn't belong to be $17 billion versus if you take a look at Advanced Auto Part, AutoNation. AutoNation sells a lot of stuff, right? They have more dealerships versus Carvana, which doesn't own any dealership, doesn't own. They just basically deliver in a tow truck, right? Your car. If you're analyzing a stock like this, I mean, you have to be right with the timing. So right here, right now, okay, let's just straight jump into in terms of price action. Resistance for me, 160. Can it go higher? Can it go push a little bit more all the way to $200? Maybe 214, 250 maybe even. Possible. And this year, why I'm saying this year, I'm watching this name neutral to the upside, and I'm not expecting this name to crush, even though it can flush down to, let's say, $100 levels if they report weak earnings next quarter, where they have been reporting positive EPS. Actually, that's what market is liking so far. As far as that part goes, if they keep reporting positive earnings per share, this stock will be melting. But next year, beginning from January, I expect dumping of this name purely because of capital gains. A lot of people do not want to lock short-term capital gains, and they will usually take profits in January, February, because they get one more year of not paying taxes, right, on that realized gains. And it applies to many, many large names that are year-to-date up very nicely, but you will see most people taking profit right from the get-go in January and February. So unless fundamentally they report, maybe they will report negative EPS, I will not be watching this name to the downside, or unless it cracks below, it stays below 50-day moving average. So on my chart, you can see this 50-day moving average yellow line. Until it struggles with this level and trades below it for quite some time, just like this, where we had, you can see Golden Cross, basically stock trading even below its 200-day moving average. Then when it forms some sort of a downtrend, I will be watching it to the downside. But so far you can see stock is in an uptrend. Of course, it may not look clean for somebody. It may be very tricky. You may think that a lot of people manipulating it with option activity, very likely, but you have to trade what you see. And I'm seeing that the stock is at the moment recovered back above its 50-day moving average after this huge selling right here. We know CEO has been dumping. If you go, let's pull up right here on Finvis, right? If we take a look at the CEO, you can see the sales, right? Every other day, that guy sells like 10 million shares. $10 million dollar value of CVNA. You can look at September alone. He has sold maybe, I don't know, more than $100,000, $100 million worth of Carvana shares. And he has been dumping for quite some time. And this is Garcia Ernest C2, 10% owner. And you can see, this guy, I don't know, either he's the best trader, I don't know, but he has timed the market in 2020 as well, where he loaded on that $20 dump. And then he started selling throughout 2021. And a lot of people were bearish in 2021 right here. But you can see stock didn't do much. And then 2022 come where we had a bear market. That's when the stock got demolished really hard. So if we're going to get an overall bear market, that's when it will be my focus, where I will be shorting these names. But if you're short, man, you are wasting your money, and you have to be very nimble. You can make money in and out by swinging for a day or two maybe, or during a day, but overall, like trying to, short it all the time and getting squeezed, it doesn't worth it. So for me, this name's still in an uptrend. Can it push higher? Absolutely. Can it just chop around and do nothing as well? Absolutely. But We know the sector has been weakening. People are not overpaying for cars. People are spending less. But rate cuts are coming very soon. So we have to see that if it has a little bit more gas in the tank until end of the year, and then maybe roll over next year. So that's my update going into basically for the rest of the year, give or take, for Carvana. Unless we see some volatile action and some sort of a downtrend forming, I'm not going to be talking about this name because it is very obvious to me that I should not be wasting money trying to short this name. So that's the update. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.